Why don't you come here? Let's start together. There's no reason to be there. Come. Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. We're about to start our Shabbat service. We start by recognizing the beauty of this wonderful day of this Shabbat, the Shabbat of the first of the month of December. Maya Fe Yom. What a wonderful day. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. I want to stop you 1 second. Let's stop 1 second. Let's work on something for a second. It's Shabbat and we are saying what a wonderful day. Show me a nice smile. We are not many in this night of Friday. Gabi, show me a smile. Thank you. Now, who has a smile to show me? You know, there's something about smiling. Let's make sure that we are smiling. You know, when you smile, somehow it relaxes your chest muscles. And it helps you to bring adrenaline, positive adrenaline into your body. So let's start with a great smile, making sure that we are, all of us, smiling. Amita, are you smiling? Good. Gilad is not smiling now. And we are going to say, Maya Fe Yom Shabbat Shalom. So let's try to sing together. Maya Fe Yom Shalom. Extend your smile. Shalom. Make sure that you're smiling. Maya Fe Yom Shabbat Shalom. Maya Fe Yom Shabbat Shalom. Maya Fe Yom Shabbat Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. And make sure that you smile during this Shabbat. We sometimes forget that there are little things that are so important and they make a huge difference in how we perceive important moments in our lives. I'd like to invite to light Shabbat candles. Laila? 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 I need that information from you. I'd like to invite to light Shabbat candles. Adasa and who? Okay, whoever is lighting Shabbat candles, come on. Wake up. Come on, Shabbat.
I don't remember.
Good. Elena and Hadassah. Good. Yeah. Let's light Shabbat candles. Let's get connected with happening Shabbat. You can find the blessing for the candle lighting on page 120 in your Siddur. Oh, here. Over here. Right. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Chavez. We started this Kabbalat Shabbat celebrating our being together. Ine Matov Umanaim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Ine Matov Umanaim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Ine Matov Umanaim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Ine Matov Umanaim. Oy oy oy, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Shevet Achim Uyachim Gam Yachad. Ine Matov Umanaim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Ine Matov Umanaim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Ine Matov Umanaim. Oy oy oy, Shevet Achim Achim Gam Yachad. Shevet Achim Uyachim Gam Yachad. Oy oy oy, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Shevet Achim Uyachim Gam Yachad. You can find on page 130 in your Sidurim, and no, you know what? In your additional pages. Do you have these pages? Oh, can you help them? Great. So you will find the first song that we're going to sing is Shiru Shir. Shiru Shir, Hallelujah. You can find the first sentence that we're going to sing. We are going to sing on page 130, or you can follow along with the additional pages. Shiru, Shir, Hallelujah, Shir, Hallelujah, Shir, Hallelujah. Shiru, Shir, Hallelujah, Shir, Hallelujah. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. L'Adonai. Shiru, Shir, Hallelujah. Shir, Hallelujah, Shir, Hallelujah. Shiru, Shir, Hallelujah, Shir, Hallelujah. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. Shiru, 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 Shir Chadash. L'Adonai. Shiru, Shir, Hallelujah, Shir, Hallelujah. Shir, Hallelujah, Shiru, Shir, Hallelujah, Shir, Hallelujah. On page 138, you can find Lecha Dodi. We think of Shabbat as a bride, as a real presence that came into our lives. Here at TBT, we sing the first, the second, the fifth, the sixth, and the ninth verses of Lecha Dodi. Please join us. Lecha Lecha Dodi, Ligrat Ligrat Kala, Benei Benei Shabbat.
Lecha Lecha Dodi, Ligrat Ligrat Kala, Benei Benei Shabbat.
Shamor v'sachor v'diurecha, Ishmi'anu el ha'meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, Leshem u'letiferet v'litela la 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 lecha. Benei benei Shabbat mekavela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki hi mekor averacha, velo ראש מקרב וסוכה, סוף מעשה ומחשבה תחילה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת דקה ולה לה לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני פני שבת דקה ולה לה 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 לה, התעוררי, כי בהורך קומי אורי שיר רבי, כבוד אדוני עלייך לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת דקה ולה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת דקה ולה לה 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 לה, לא תבושי ולא תקלבי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, מה יחסו עניי עמי, בנבנתה עיר אל תילה לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת דקה ולה לה לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת דקה ולה לה 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 לה. Please rise. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת דקה ולה, לך דודי, לקראת קלה, פני שבת דקה ולה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי. You may be seated. Yeah, you can sit. You can sit for a couple of seconds. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's going to be very short, the sitting. Shabbat Shalom. And if you haven't said good Shabbos to the person sitting next to you, I invite you to do that. Say good Shabbos for a second. I'm going to call you back in a second. Make sure that you cut a little son of mine. Just one verse and the English verse.
One verse.
Whatever. I don't care. So one of the things about this family service, this is the family service before Hanukkah. Who knows when Hanukkah is starting?
The 12th. No, the 11th.
What? December 12th. That's, I guess, right. I know it's a Tuesday. So I know that one. And how do you know that it's the 25th of Kislev? Surely. From where do you know that? Julie, in English. That's right. We know that from the Mishnah. It's written somewhere in the Mishnah that the miracle of Hanukkah, we learn about it besides the book of Maccabees. The rabbis teach us how to celebrate Hanukkah. So in this month of Kislev, in this preparation of Hanukkah, we'll sing a couple of songs today during the service that have to do with Hanukkah, so we get ready for the celebration of the lights. So I'd like to invite our friends, our junior, very, very junior choir tonight. And we are going to sing a song that you probably know, and you can find it in your pages. On what page, Gabi?
The last page.
Last page. In the
Page 4.
page number, last one.
4?
And you are going to sing just a piece. So what? Okay. Beit Tevel, Ani Adlik Oto Sheisrach, which means that we will light our light all over the wall, which is pretty much the idea of Hanukkah. The most important mitzvah of Hanukkah is to publicize the miracle. How do you know that, Julie? Again, Julie. Good. So to publicize the miracle, and that's why we put the Hanukkah on the window to let everybody know, not just that we had lots of light, and not just that there was a miracle, but that the real miracle is that we are here. That we were allowed to be Jews, we were allowed to practice our Judaism, and we are here. So we are going to continue our service on page 144 with Chetzi Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמרבה ועלמד ירח חירותי וימליך מלכותי וחייכון וביומכון וחיי בכל בית ישראל Rise for Baruch. We are going to sing the Am I Awake version of Baruch, so you can find the additional words before page 146 on our additional pages on page 1. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch et Adonai, Amevorach. Baruch Adonai, Amevorach, Leolam Vaed, Leolam Vaed. Yalalai, lai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, lai. You may be seated. No, you stay here. You don't go and sit. So we reflect on the transition between day and night after saying Baruch at night. Please look at page 1 in our additional pages. Roll into dark.
Day turns to night, for rain on the light.
Baruch Atah Adonai, we say, blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. We are on page 150 for Avat Olam. Avat to close your eyes for a second and to think about what makes you feel loved. To picture in your mind something that connects your nefesh, your soul, with your heart. And while thinking about these two things together, take a deep breath and become one. Shema Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. We are on page 154. And we invite our friends from the junior choir to sit for a couple of moments and to rest. You want to stay with us to say Be'afta? You know it by heart, right? Yes. Go. And guys, you want to sit a couple of moments, that's your time to rest. And we are going to sing Be'afta. We're on page 154.
Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavcha, uv'chol nafshecha, uv'chol meodecha, v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, hayom al levavecha, v'shinantam levanecha, v'divarta bam, ושבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך ושבתם להות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. We're on page 156. אמת באמונה כל צוד וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו, ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. When your children witness your presence, they praise your name in gratitude and they accepted your sovereignty. Moshe, Miriam, and all Israel sang to you together, lifting their voices with joy. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, on page 158. Does it say Adonai redeemed Jacob from the hand stronger than his own? Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai Gaal Israel. And after the blessing for redemption, we do the blessing for our inner peace. And you can find in our additional pages on page 2. An alternative version for Ashkivenu. And then when we finish with one day, we are going to switch into Ashkivenu on page 160. Sometimes I lay under the moon, and I feel that I'm breathing. And I pray, don't take me soon, because I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it will all turn around, because
all my life I've been waiting for.
I've been praying for my people to say that we don't want nothing no more. There will be no more wars, and our children will say,
One day, one day,
Ashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Leshalom. ועמידנו שומרנו לחיים, אשכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו שומרנו לחיים, אשכיבנו אדוני, אלוהינו לשלום, ועמידנו שומרנו לחיים. One day, 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 one day. One day, one day, one day. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel. The shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem, your city, your holy city. So, there is a song. Well, actually, it's not just a song. There's a piece of Filat Amidah that we add during Hanukkah. But today we are not going to add that because, why? It's not Hanukkah. but we are thinking of Hanukkah. We are trying to be inspired by Hanukkah ideas. And if you see on page 4, על הניסים ועל הפורקם ועל הגבורות, בתשועות, במלחמות, we are going to add the translation next time, so you can follow along also the English. But we are trying, so children sang this on Nixon Library just 5 days ago, and we will try to sing it 12 days ago. It was 12 days ago. That's what happens when you get older. You start to mix dates and confuse names. You know, it's happening to me lately. So we'll try to sing that with them. There are just 2 sentences. So we'll sing it the first time. You might be able to join us on the second one. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות Let's try together from the beginning. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הפורקן ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. על הניסים ועל הפורקן ועל הגבורות ועל התשועות ועל המלחמות שעשית לאבותינו בימים ההם בזמן הזה. Please rise on page 164 for Tfilat Amidah. Adonai אדוני, שפתי תפתח, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. طيب ولا انا مدرب خيبت تاكد ايش بيش كده We're on page 180 for Say Shalom. You may be seated.
Say shalom bimroma, say shalom
Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom. No. Yaseh shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Yaseh shalom bimromav. Yaseh shalom Aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom aleinu. Say shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Re'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Re'al Kol Ha'olam. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu, Re'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. peace over us, and over all the inhabitants of the world. We are on page 371. At the very end of our Tfilat Amidah, we dedicate a prayer for those that are dealing with illness,
Is it here?
those that are dealing with illness in their bodies, those that are dealing with illness in their souls, those dealing with addictions. And we pray together as a community. We try to elevate our energies. We try to focus in sending those loving energies and wishing them a fast and complete recovery. So if you have a name that you'd like to share tonight, we have in our minds, we bring to this space not just the names that we were capable to say with words, but also those that came to our hearts and to our minds. We daven for the complete recovery. Misheberach on page 371. Wish to all of them refuah shlema and achlama meira, a fast, but more than anything else, a complete recovery. You may be seated. You may be seated. All of you, you can sit, guys. You can sit wherever it's comfortable for you. You are not many, but you have done the work of hundreds. And when you say in the month of Kislev, no many, but the work of hundreds, you think about the Maccabim. They fought like just a group of people, a little group of people, against the entire Greek army, Hellenic army. So we know that sometimes, even when we are just a few, even when we are little, we can be very mighty. So we are glad that you led the service with us. And now we are going to acknowledge our anniversaries and birthdays of the month of December. So if your anniversary or your birthday is during the month of December, please come to the front, to this area, and we would like to acknowledge you. Or if you're going to a business trip, no, Lauren, come here. You're going to the Ballena. We want to recognize that too. Good. Laila, are you going to the Biennial this year? Are you going to the Biennial? Lila's coming to the Biennial to come. Come, Lila. You tell everybody that you're going to the Biennial. Good. So, if you know somebody who has a birthday during the month of December, also works. You know, I remember myself, but this time of the year, last year, and it reminds me something. December is a month without many births or anniversaries in this congregation. I remember last year, you didn't come last year. Because last year we had nobody for December. So what was that? So say your name and say what you are celebrating.
Leonard Leventhal. I'm celebrating my birthday, up to 89 so far.
89. Master Tov, congratulations. That's a serious one. And Laila, so where are you going next week?
To the biannual in Boston.
So Laila and Lauren, where are you going next week?
Hawaii.
No, she's going to Boston.
Just kidding. Yes, I'm going to Boston for biennial.
She's going to Boston for the biennial. So Laura is a combination between Laila and Lauren. So if you think about that. So Laila and Lauren, Annalise Kirschen, and our president, Henry Cohen, and...
Our rabbi.
Yes? No, wait, but there is somebody else. And the Shermans, and Erica. Well, Erica is already gone. She's in the biennial reunion for temple administrators. So Erica is already in Boston studying for an entire week, and hopefully she brings important knowledge. And our executive vice president, one day president of this congregation, soon enough, is going to the biennial. And Laila, who is the emeritus president forever, is going to the biennial. And she's in the national board, so we have lots of representation. And the Shermans are going to be in the biennial. And and the Cohens, Mitch and Noah Cohen, they are going to the biennial. And from our perspective, they are representing TBT. But it depends who counts. When this rabbi counts, they are absolutely representing TBT. So we have a delegation of almost 20 people. Not really. Another Wurzel.
So tomorrow is my parents' 50th wedding anniversary. Yay. And
Were you born before they got married?
I was. My parents started young. And the 15th will be my son's 20th birthday.
Oh, wow.
I started young also.
She was married when she was 18. So we wish to all of you a happy birthday, a happy anniversary, and we wish you also a good journey, and we thank you for the opportunity of representing TBT, and every time that we achieve a new life, a new opportunity in life, even when it is seasonal, we say Sheheyanu, we give thanks for the time. Please give me an E. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sheheyanu vegivanu vegianu lazman hazeh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sheheyanu vegivanu vegianu lazman hazeh lazman hazeh Mazel tov and good trips, safe travels to all of you. I want to ask you a favor, you that are sitting there. Can you come and sit in the first line for a couple of minutes? Thank you so much. I want to share with you a story that you probably know about. So I'm going to repeat a story that you are familiar with, and we might find a twist for this story. So for you, it's going to be a tale of two brothers, a tale about siblings. And for you, we'll see what. You tell me later. So, which proportion are we reading this week? Which one? Vayishlach. And this Torah portion has lots of stories, Natasha. Natasha, this Torah portion is filled with stories. And I will share with you a couple of them right now. Now, one of the most important stories of this Torah portion is the story between two siblings. What is the name of these two siblings? Esau and Jacob. And how do we call them in Hebrew? Esau and Yaakov. So we're going to call them in Hebrew now. Esau is not Jacob. You know that, right? Esau sounds like Esau, and Yaakov sounds like Jacob. Give me a minute. So we know that the last thing that happened to these two siblings is that they fought. No. Wait a second. They fought, and Jacob needed to run away from his house. And he went to the house of his uncle Laban, and he had his entire life there. And after 20 years, he left the house of his uncle Laban, and he's going to meet his father again. And on the way, he learns that he's going to meet, apparently, his brother. Now, the last thing that happened between Esau and Jacob, you know what happened, the last thing that happened? What happened there? What happened there is that Jacob stole something from Esau. And no, we're not going to do a question. We'll talk about that later. So this is how that's when we drive. We have Torah conversations. But we are not in the car now. So we're going to keep it like I'm doing a sermon, okay? Good. No, we'll talk about that later. Thank you. Now, the last thing that happened is that he stole the blessing. So Jacob knows that he screwed up with his brother. He knows that the situation is not easy. And he's on his way, and he knows that he's going to meet his brother. And you know what he stole? He stole that his brother is in the middle of the way with 400 men. So he thinks, well, he got an army. He's going to kill us. So he makes some arrangements in his family. He divides the family in two groups, so one of the groups can run away in case that something doesn't work as expected. And you know what he does after he divides his family? He prays. He prays because he's scared to death. And we are going to talk about that prayer tomorrow morning. And when he's done with prayer, he sends emissaries and tell his brother, you know, Jacob, your brother, is coming with some gifts, and he likes you, and he's sorry, and he wants to see you. And he sends messages and messages and messages. At some point, he keeps progressing into the way, and at some point, he sees him. He sees his brother. What was his name? Esau. He sees his brother Esau, and Esau starts running. He starts to run in Jacob's direction. And Jacob is scared to death. This guy, he was big, you remember? From a few Torah portions ago, we learned that he was a strong guy. He's running straight away in his direction. He got 400 men. Jacob says, well, he has an army. And then when he gets in front of Jacob, what does he do? What? He hugs him, and he kisses him. And the two of them cry. The Torah says, Nashkeu veichabkeu. He kissed him and he hugged him. Ve'em bachu. And they cried. The two of them cried. I don't know, Jacob might cry because he was scared. But But Esau was honestly happy to see his brother again. And then Jacob says, you know, Esau, I brought you a couple of gifts. Why don't you take all those gifts that I brought to you so we are okay? And Esau says, no, we are okay. Everything is fine. I'm a rich man. I don't need anything from you. That's fine. I'm just glad to see you. And then Jacob said, well, if you really like me, if you really, really like me, please, why don't you take some of my gifts? And Esau said, keep it to yourself. I'm just glad to see you. I'm just glad to see you. And Jacob says, please take it. And then Esau said, in order to honor his brother, takes the gifts. And here's the last piece of this story that I want to tell you, and it's very interesting. Jacob tells Esau, when he sees him, that it's like the first time in 20 years in which he's able to see his own face again. Isn't that strange? He says, this is the first time in 20 years, and this is for you, that I'm capable to see my face again. Now, a very simple explanation is they were twins. They were twins, so it's like looking at a mirror. But we know that they were very different. They were very different. Esau was hairy, he was bigger, he was stronger, he was gingy, he was Edom. So he was a redhead. So they were very different. So the fact that they are twins is not a good explanation. There must be something else. Now, this is the moment in which the two brothers reconcile. How do you say reconciliation, to reconcile in Hebrew? You say leashlim, to make peace, to make shalom, leashlim. But leashlim is not just to make peace. It's to fulfill, it's to complete something. So at the moment that they reconcile, Jacob becomes, again, one person. And here's the message for all of you. Sometimes we fight, and we keep those fights forever. And we keep our anger forever. But the reality of that is that we live our lives without a peace when we keep that anger. When you fight with your brother, when you fight with your mother, when you fight with your siblings, when you fight with your father, your uncle, or whoever, and you think that the problem is is with the other one, what you don't acknowledge, what you don't remember, is that you yourself, you are missing a part of yourself. This is the first time that Jacob sees his own face in 20 years, because that moment of reconciliation, that moment of encounter, gives Jacob back, you know what? Peace with himself. He gets back his own self. And that's the important piece about this Torah portion. So I invite you to think about what you are holding. What is holding you back from making peace with others, from approaching reconciliation, for becoming one piece with your own self. And, to run wherever you need to run, and to hug and kiss whoever you need to hug and kiss, and to cry a little, and to become one with your own self. Shabbat Shalom. We continue our service on page 586 with Aleinu Leshabeach. Please rise as we open the ark. Come here. We are going to sing something. Adet gedula leotzer bereishit shelo asanu kegoyei aratzot velo samanu kemishpechot adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem. משתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים עד קדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ביוסף הארץ ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו לגובי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אלוהינו, אמת מלכנו, אפס עולתו, ככתוב ותורתו, וידעת היום והשב אותה אל נעריך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ ועל הארץ מתחת אלות, ונאמר והיה אדוני אלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated and you can sit in your chairs up there. At this point of our service, we dedicate a moment to acknowledge dear members among our congregation that have a yahrzeit this week.
Murray Silver, Nadine Burke, Jeanette Carl, Sydney Hartman, Jack Kleitz, Ruth Wolf, Eli Barnhard, Shay Brusky,
Caroline Block.
Sumner Robinson, Morris Stein, Gabor Serkis, Charles Wedner, Visa Asa, Julius Capel, Joshua Stark, Norman Soffin, Al Carl, Myron Levine, Rebecca Pfeiffer, Myron Rosen, Pearl Stencil, Anita Bloomfield, Esther Frand, and Marilyn Moline Cohen. And we're in the slow sheen for Rachel Wager Lacrosse, Sherry Mencher, Alan Solomon, Nettie Efron, Ruby Goldberg, Jean Pearl, and Rachel Sipskis.
If you are during the first 7 days of mourning, Shiva, please rise. If you are during the first 30 days of mourning, Shloshim, please rise. If you are during the first year, the cycle of the first year of mourning, please rise. If you have a yahrzeit this week, please rise. Now you can support our fellows while standing or sitting, joining us with your hearts, your kavanot, your intentions, and your voices for Mourners Kaddish on page 598. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חילותי, בימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, באמרו, יש שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירם בעלמא באמרו אמן. יש למה רבה מן שמיה, בחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, באמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, באמרו אמן. May their memories be for a blessing, zichronam lebracha. You may be seated. A couple of quick things that we know you. I wanted to know, before we continue and we conclude our service, there are lots of nice events happening in the community, and I invite you to look up. I don't remember exactly when it is happening, but there's a wonderful talk about miracles in the JCC. Rabbi Kebod Wither, Rabbi David Eliesri, and Rabbi Jill, I can't remember her last name, but she's a great teacher of mindfulness, are going to be discussing miracles. And this is happening this week, so take a look, and you want to make the trip to Irvine. It's 25 minutes for 20 tons of wisdom. So go and visit. And on Sunday, I am going to be in the JCC, in the Jewish Federation. The family services of the Jewish Federation are organizing, it's fine. Is organizing a theater presentation run by Beit Teshuva. You know what is Beit Teshuva? Is the, what? Not just drugs. It's a rehab center in Los Angeles. It's the Jewish rehab center, and some of the patients, some of the interns there have a play that they will present in the JCC this weekend on Sunday at 2 p.m. And afterward, we'll have the opportunity to ask them questions. As a matter of fact, we will host activity in a few more months. The person who was their congregational rabbi for many years, Rabbi Paul Steinberg, who will be here discussing with us addictions, which is a Jewish topic too. It's a Jewish topic too, so please look up at our series, Being Human, and join us for these classes. And if you like to come, you just need to go online and RSVP for the play. Is for free, so you can join me. I will be there. And Henry Cohen is going to be there. And I think Becky Boren and Bryce, and we have a little group that will be there, so please join us. And I think that's it. So next week, no? Anything else? Nothing else happened. Yes, one more thing. What? Yes, 15, 16 December. We are celebrating Hanukkah with two sister congregations, or two brother congregations if you want. Let's be egalitarian for that too. With B'nai Tzedek and Temple Beth Shalom in Santa Ana. We have an entire program, and we are hosting a musician in residence. We are bringing him together. So on Friday night, on the 15th, we are going to be in B'nai Tzedek for services. So, and there's going to be a dinner. Now, if for some reason you can't make it, we are trying to find a way to stream the service. So wherever you are, you will be able to stream. And you know, if we are on Facebook, right, I'm a TVT member watching on Facebook, so we will know that you are there. This probably going to be streamed from my phone. So I see it. So I'm going to see it. So please join us and let me know that you are there. Now, that's number one. And on Saturday morning, something very nice will happen on the 16th. At 9 a.m., we have a concert for little kids. Alan Goodis, the musician, will lead a concert for little children. Lauren, make sure that Ava comes. And afterwards, at 10 a.m., the three rabbis and the cantors and the musician are going to lead services. We are going to lead services here at TBT. So if you want to receive some rabbinical wisdom, actually from other rabbis, it's a great opportunity to come here to our home and to get some wisdom. And at night, and lunch, RSVP for the lunch. Make sure that you follow the link and you RSVP for the lunch. And at night, that same day, we are going to celebrate at Temple Beth Shalom. There is a party that's being organized. Tony is participating in the organization. It's being organized by the three congregations. Apparently, it's going to be great. We have a DJ. We have a photo booth. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if it's not, you can talk to Tony about that later. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And the right people are involved in organizing that. And with that, I mean that I'm not involved. But Rabbi Cohen is, and that's definitely, she's stronger than me in making great parties. So make sure that you RSVP for that too. So just don't do anything else but TBT on that weekend. It's Hanukkah, so make sure that you're in all the activities. Not such a big deal. Just be all the time with us. Good, and I think that's it. We are going to conclude our service. I want to invite you to go all the way to your parents. So if your parents is me, come here. And if your parents are somewhere else, go somewhere else. She will come, don't worry. And stand next to me. And on Friday nights, it's an old Jewish tradition. We have the opportunity to address our children with the Presley benediction. Please rise. Please rise. And I invite you to put your hands on the heads of your children. And for your daughter, we say, may God inspire you to be like Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. May God inspire you to be like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And for the boys, we say, may God inspire you to be like Ephraim and Menashe. ישימך אלוהים כאפרים וכמנשה, ישימך אלוהים כשרה רבקה רחל ולאה. And if you want to open your Siddur, it's on page 603. But otherwise, you can close your eyes and say, may God bless you and keep you. May God's light shine upon you, and may God be gracious to you. May you feel God's presence within you always, and may you find peace. יברכך אדוני באיש מלך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ביחונך, יישא אדוני פניו אליך, וישים לך לכם שלום. אומר on page 603. יברככם אדוני באיש מלכם, יאר אדוני פניו אליכם ביחונכם, יישא Adonai panav elechem, veyasem lachem shalom, veyasem lachem shalom, veyasem lachem shalom. I will invite now all the kids, kiss your parents and come up to the bima back. Come back to the bima. Come back to the bima. Come back to the bima. Kiss your parents and come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. Oh Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah. We are going to finish the service singing, oh Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah. Give me a good. May you find God's light, the light that we ask God to give to us. It's something that happens when we get in touch with each other, when we connect with each other. We are on the 4th page of our additional pages. Oh Hanukkah, don't light the menorah. Hanukkah, Hanukkah, the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all rise the
Gather at the table, we'll give you a treat. Sylvie wants to play with the light and sweet. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low.
One for each night they share the sweet light to remind us that they've come to go. Hanukkah and this Shabbat bring us the light of Leah Shlim, of the reconciliation, when we find the capability to encounter each other in peace, with peace, and to reconnect with ourselves while we reconnect with others. Adonai os lamo iten, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom, Shabbat shalom. La 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 la.